Hey, my bottom bitches. Welcome to Beyond the Veil. It's me, Dina, and I'm going to do a little reading today. This reading is going to be on a young woman named Celina Powell. Now, I don't know much about her, but one of my subscribers pointed out that, and I did notice this after I did the reading and I watched it back, that I kept saying in my Celina Mays video, I kept saying Celina Powell, and I didn't really know who that was. Like, I've heard the name before, but for me to just be calling this girl Celina Mays, Celina Powell, it made no sense. I don't know much about this lady, but I've heard the name before in the past. So one of my subscribers hit me up and was telling me a little bit more about Celina Powell. And I just decided that since her name kept coming up in my mouth, that I would even though she's alive, that I would see what's going on with her. Because typically, now that could have just been a fluke, but I don't believe in coincidence. Typically, spirits, when people's souls they tend to look, if a person's soul, whether they know it or not, is in need of something, help or getting a message across or something like that, it'll search for somebody who can communicate. Like in the past, I did a reading for a girl one time. A client of mine referred her to me, and as I was reading her, one of her ancestors came through, her grandfather, and he was telling me that he had been looking for someone. She had told me a little backstory, and she was saying that she had been looking for someone who could really read her and give her the messages that she was looking for. And she had solicited other readers before, and some of them were okay, some of them were good, but none of them were able to satisfy whatever she was looking for. And when I was doing her reading, I had put the cards to the side because the reading turned into a channeling session. And I was asking her questions about her grandfather because that's the presence I felt, and he was passed away. And I asked her some questions to confirm that this is who I was speaking to before I even told her who it was. And she had said, that sounds a lot like my granddad. And what his spirit was telling me is that he had been looking for people to be able to get him in contact with her, which is why she was looking for different readers and things like that to get her in contact with the spirit so that she can get a message, not knowing it was her grandfather that was kind of energetically pushing her to visit different people to see if they can get in contact with her. And then they crossed paths with me, and he told me from the other side that he came across my grandparents in a church. And she said her grandfather was a deacon. He said he came across my grandparents in a church, and they told him about me, and they introduced him to me, which is how she came to cross paths with me, even though it was through someone else. So I say that to say that Celina Powell's soul, even though it's still in her body, could want to say something, could have something to say, and we're just going to see. Now, I do not know too much about this girl, so who knows how this reading is going to go. I did try to go online and look up some things about her, and it was just so much different stuff out there. I didn't know where to begin, but I got the gist of her career as an influencer, or her reputation as an influencer. Let me Florida water my hands, because you know how sticky it gets. Word of Drake. Does she have any dealings with Drake? All right. Celina Powell. Where are you? Come here to me. Come here, Celina Powell. Celina Powell, come here to me. What do you have to say? Let me see your soul, Celina Powell. Let me speak to your soul, Celina Powell. Let me speak to your soul, Celina Powell. Hmm. Two of Pentacles came out. Now this doesn't tell me that Celina is in a bind, like the Eight of Swords would have told me that Celina is in a bind. But this feels like Celina is in a bind. I'm not sure what kind of bind, but someone very powerful, very strong, a celebrity, someone that everyone would know. He would have fame, household name fame. I say he, but it could be a she. They would have household name fame, fame that would last for the rest of their life, legacy fame. They are the ones that have Celina in this predicament, or weighing out of options. But for some reason, with this crossing her, it doesn't feel like either one is a good option because of who this person is. In the recent past, Celina saw something that she was not supposed to see. Celina was somewhere and went snooping. There's a name that I keep hearing, but you know how sticky it gets, so I can't say it. Allegedly. She went snooping and saw something she wasn't supposed to see. And I think this is why she's in this situation, because she has something now. Could be a blackmail situation on her part, or not blackmail. I don't feel like it's blackmail. I feel like someone knows that she saw something that she wasn't supposed to see, so now they're offering her something in exchange for it. But she is considering that option, because a lot of people would just hand it over, but for some reason, because of who this is, it's like, if I turn it over, they could still do something to, if I give it to them, they could still do something to me anyways, because they know that what I know. So there's no other way to control what I know other than to get rid of me. Or they could keep their word and I could take the money and disappear, is what it feels like. I don't know what you saw. This is the card that I was looking for when I was feeling like she was in the bind. I said the Eight of Swords. Well, her near future is this, in a bind, in reverse, because there is a way out, but it's not it doesn't feel like it doesn't feel safe. And I think the only reason why it doesn't feel safe is because she feels like, because of what I saw and because of what I know, even if I give them, it feels like footage, cell phone footage, it feels like, even if I turn that over to them and they give me the money in exchange, they could still do something to me because of what I know. They don't know who I told. They don't know if I'll tell. They don't know if, they can't control what I know. As above, somebody is really trying to prevent a tower from happening based on what Celina knows that she's not supposed to. In reverse, I don't know if she has kids or a child. I would say that this is not wanting to leave their child without a mother. If she doesn't have a child, though, the person that this involves could be a very powerful woman, or it could involve a very powerful woman. Advice or current actions. I would say that, Celina, you're not doing enough to protect yourself. I think that you just don't know how much more effort you need to be in being exclusive with the people around you and have boundaries. I feel like you're still out there, you're still rah-rahing with a lot of the same people. And I feel like you can't really trust any of these people, but you do. I think this is advice to you and a warning to you that your guards are down too much. Because in your external energy, the world in reverse. I don't know if you're planning on going on a trip, and I don't know if it's going to go the way that it's supposed to go. Hopes and fears is that you don't end up getting caught up in some BS. See, this feels like you stumbled across something just at a party, just doing what you do, you know, drunk, fun girl, but you was recording it, you got pictures, and somebody saw you seeing something. And you, for some reason, just don't understand really how dangerous of a situation you're in. Your hopes and fears are just like, you just don't know. You think this isn't as deep as it is. Final outcome, I see you possibly getting rid of something that you had. Something doesn't feel safe about this situation here. I would like to say to Celina Powell, who probably won't see this, but energetically, I hope this message goes out to you. You need to be very careful, especially with any upcoming plans to travel. Especially plans that you did not make. Like if you didn't decide to go on a vacation, or if you didn't decide to go somewhere and see someone or something like that. If it was an arrangement, maybe a gig, maybe a job or something like that, a trip that somebody else arranged, an international trip, a yachting trip, allegedly, something like that. If it was something like that, be very careful. All right. Two of Pentacles. What do we have behind the Two of Pentacles? You saw a very, very, very inappropriate relationship situation going on. And me thinks that you have a decision to make. And the decision that is kind of being forced upon you or insinuated is that it's the only option. And that is to not speak. And do not try anything funny. Like, don't, it feels like an arrangement, an agreement was already made. In order for your silence, you would turn something over, give something to someone, and they're supposed to pay you. Now for you, it's not a big deal, possibly because you've seen stuff like this before, and you know, I don't know. No, you're worried about I feel like you're worried about, for some reason, a family. You don't want anything to happen to your family or something. What is this? Because you have something. You have something big. Something that can change everybody's perspective over some emperor if it was found out, if it was released. Methinks that you were overseas doing the overseas things that you girls do, and you saw something, or you participated in something, or you saw something, and somebody said to never come back, or something might happen if they caught you over there. Now, I don't know if you took something. That could be it too. You possibly could have taken something. The challenge, strength card. You took something and left. Why is this fly buzzing around my head? It's like the fly. Methinks that you were in Dubai, allegedly, doing the Dubai thing with possibly some royals, some Dubai royal members, and you saw something, or you took something that was evidentiary into what you saw. It's like you weren't supposed to be there. You weren't supposed to come back because you had something. You weren't supposed to go back to the party. It's like you took something, like you were at a party and something was going on in another part of the party, another room, another area, something like this, some kind of ritual that involved sex and magic, like something like that. Sex, magic, possibly blood, possibly sacrifice, possibly abuse of some kind, but definitely some weird ritualistic orgy stuff that did involve some kind of violence, I feel. And you weren't supposed to be back there. You know, you were allowed to be at the party. Someone saw you though. And I feel like you got chased out of there possibly and told not to come back. Possibly. And then somebody contacted you because they know that you had something and they want it. Page of Swords in reversing. All these flies. Hold on a second. Because not today. All right. I'm not sure. Let me get all the cards together for this Page of Swords. What did you see that you weren't supposed to? You came back. You went back somewhere where you weren't supposed to be. Is that what you saw? And then you got the hell out of there. But I think you recorded. Methinks you were with some kind of royal family, allegedly. Allegedly. some kind of royal family. Your advice was the Seven of Wands in reverse, but somehow I got it mixed up in the deck, so. Because if they find out where you are, you're going to be in trouble. Has anyone seen Celina Powell lately? Because somebody has the power to look for her, send people looking for her. Dead or alive, allegedly. Get her. Get her. I will pay anybody anything to not stop until you find her. This looks like an order hit. Anybody who can find her. And me thinks that Celina is a little too vulnerable right now. There it is. The order is to not stop, not give up until she's found. And I see for that amount of money, for the price that they put on her, they will go to the ends of the earth. There will be no expense spared. People are jumping on this. People who are desperate and in need of money are jumping on to this. People that she knows. People that she knows for some reason know. The word is around in that circuit. In the circuit of girls who work that circuit, even they know. But does she know? Where is Celina Powell right now? Because she needs to be somewhere low, 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 low. If she's not. External energy, the world in reverse. Man, listen, if they find her, and me thinks that somebody, one of her friends, is going to give her up. Methinks that if you go traveling with someone, Celina, somebody that you feel like is a friend of yours, they will give you up because they know that there's a look for the money. They will do it for the money because they know that this man is looking for you. They know that he put a price out on you and that he won't stop until he finds you, so they might as well get the money. What did you... Well, I saw what you saw. Because for some reason, this person is scared to even be seen or associated with you. If you get caught or just being in proximity to you, it's one of your friends who's secretly very afraid of... This feels like a alleged royal family, a member. So I think that they would like to give you up. They would like to be the one to give you up because they would feel in less fear of getting seen, getting intercepted and caught up with you, going somewhere with you. Wherever you are planning on going, honey, I would say don't go. I'm going to look into your final outcome. The Six of Cups in reverse. The Hangman. The Three of Cups. The King of Wands in reverse. I don't want to say what I see here, but Celina Powell, there is a possibility for you to go on a trip with some friends and being set up, allegedly, and possibly held against your will. This is weird. I wouldn't have said it if I could have seen it any other way. Because a girl, one of the girls with you knows that there's a hit out on you and they want the money. They would be happy to tell on you for the money, which is why whatever trip you're going on is going to go left. Chariot reverse, will the world reverse. They rather turn you in than be caught with you. Let me confirm that. Because they don't want anybody, if they get caught traveling or going or hanging out with you, to assume that they too had something to do with whatever you got going on, whatever you saw. It's one of your friends, one of your long-term friends. That is the message for you, Celina. Watch out for one of your long-term friends, because there is a price on you. And if you see this, you know whatever you saw over there. You are concerned. I'm not sure if you have a child, but let's say that you do. You're concerned about what would happen to him, who would raise him if something happened to you. Something about his father. It's like, I feel a paranoid energy with you because you don't know who you can trust. But Celina, I hope you see this. You're looking too far outside of your circle. The person who you can't trust is right there with you, helping you plan something and giving you bad advice. This feels like a setup. This feels like a setup. You got a friend who is trying to help you arrange getting away or something. It's a setup. Good luck, Celina Powell, allegedly. My prayers are with you. Bye, guys.